Okay, so today we're starting with a similarity of 2D shapes, gelijkvormigheid van 2D figure. Goed. So two shapes are similar. Twee figure is gelijkvormig as hulle presies in verhouding is. So hulle het dieselfde vorm, maar al hulle groottes is presies in verhouding. So two shapes are similar if the lengths of their sides are all in direct proportion. Okay, so let's say, for example, we have this triangle with 30 degrees there, and let's make it 80 degrees here. That would leave 70 for there. And now here we have another triangle. Let's call this one A and that one B. 30 degrees there, 80 degrees there, and 70 degrees there. This side AB here of triangle A has, let's make that a length of 10 centimeters, this one 8 centimeters, and this one 4 centimeters. And now this one, BF here, is 5 centimeters, BG there, 4 centimeters, and FG there is 2 centimeters. So if you look at these, at the relationship, as jy nou kyk na die verhouding van die lengtes van hierdie sye, 10 en 5, sien jy dat AB tot BF, as ons daai lengtes in verhoudings neerskryf, is hierdie in 10 cm en daai is 5 cm lang. So as ons daai verhouding vereenvoudig, if we simplify this ratio, then we can divide this one by 5 to give us 1. We can divide that one by 5 to give us 2. So the ratio is 2 to 1, which means that this one is double the length of this one. Okay. If we now look, that's those two sides. If we now look at two other sides, let's make it BC and FG that we would be comparing. BC compared to FG. BC is 4 centimeters and FG is 2 centimeters. So if we simplify this, we divide 2 by 2 to give us 1. We divide 4 by 2 as well to give us 2. So the ratio is 2 to 1. So again, BC is double the length of FG. Now, if we look at AC compared to BG, AC compared to BG, AC is 8 centimeters long and BG is 4 centimeters long. To simplify this, we divide that one by 4 to give us 1. Divide that one by 4 to give us 2. Again, the ratio is 2 to 1, which means this whole triangle is double the size of this whole triangle. So if we have a shape, in this case a triangle, where all the sides are in exact proportions. So if we take the ratio of the sides, the ratio of all the sides are exactly equal, then those two shapes are similar. Okay. So as ons twee figure het, in hierdie geval twee driehoeke, waar die verhouding van die groottes of die lengtes van al die sye presies dieselfde is by al die sye se verhoudings, daai 2 en daai 2 en daai 2, dan beteken dit hulle is gelijkvormig. Goed. Okay, so the same applies for polygons, vir veelhoeke. tel presies dieselfde. So as ons nou hier so een of ander vorm het, wat ook al die vorm is, maak nie saak of dit 'n parallelogram of 'n vleer is, or whether it's a rhombus or even a square. Doesn't matter what the shape is, or even some amorph shape that's not a specific shape like this, that has, in this case, this one has 5 sides. So whatever the shape, doesn't matter, as long as all of these sides, you can prove that all of them are at the same ratio relative to each other, then you can prove that they are similar. Okay, so proving that these two are similar, we're going to take the same sides every time and calculate their ratio. So we're starting with those two. So AB in relation to KL. AB is 3, KL is 1. That's the simplest ratio, 3 to 1. Let's take LM and BL, or BC and LM. BC is 15, LM is 5. Ons maak dit, ons vereenvoudig dit deur te deel met die grootste gemene deler wat 5 is. 5 gedeel oor 5 is 1. 15 gedeel oor 5 is 3. So the simplest ratio is 3 to 1. If we take these two sides, DC tot NM, DC is 30 lang, watter eenheid ook al centimeter, millimeter, meter. NM is 10 units long. Simplest ratio, divide by 10, gives us 3 to 1. If we go to this sides, DE compared to NQ, DE is 24, NQ is 8, divide by 8 gives us 1, divide by 8 gives us 3, ratio 3 to 1. If we go to those sides, AE compared to KQ, AE is 21 units long, KQ is 7 units long. To get the simplest ratio, we divide by 7 there to give us 1, om die eenvoudigste verhouding te kry. So ons daai kant met 7 gedeel, deel ons hierdie kant met 7, dan kry ons 3, wat vir ons die eenvoudigste verhouding van 3 tot 1 gee. So, what we've proved now is that all of the sides have the exact same ratio of 3 to 1, meaning this shape over here is 3 times the size of this one. Exactly 3 times on all of the sides. So now we've proven that these two are similar. Okay, so ons het bewys hulle is gelykvormig. Right. So now just obviously they have to have the same shape, right? So it's no use we have one that's shaped like that and one that's shaped like this, and then we say, oh, but that one is the same ratio as that one. They have to look the same, at least have the same shape, and then they have to have the same ratio everywhere. Okay, now in the questions that you're going to have to do for homework, you will get questions like these where you have to know, once again, just as in last week and the week before's work, you have to know all of the properties of quadrilaterals as well as the properties of triangles. So jy moet, om die huiswerk vrae te kan antwoord, moet jy weer eens die eienskappe van vierhoeke ken en jy moet die eienskappe van driehoeke ken. So what will happen there, for example, is you'll have only one angle there. Let's say they tell you that's 120 degrees. Then automatically you know, okay, this is a kite. those two sides are the same length, those two sides are the same length. So if they now only, because this is a kite, they only give you that angle, then you have to know from knowing the properties of quadrilaterals that if that one is 120, this one will also be 120. So jy moet weet, omdat jy die eienskappe van 'n vierhoek ken, as daai een 120 grade is hierdie hoek ook 120 grade. And if they only tell you that that one is 3 centimeters and that one is 1 centimeter, then by implication, by telling you that this is a kite, they have also told you that this one is also 1 centimeter. En omdat hulle vir jou gesê het, dis 'n vleer, beteken dit outomaties, al het hulle net een sy daar vir jou gegee, dat hierdie een ook 3 centimeter is, as daai een 3 centimeter is. And if they tell you, okay, so this one is 12 centimeters, but they don't give you that length, but they tell you it's a kite, then you have to know, because it's a kite, this one will be 12 centimeters. So as hulle vir jou sê, hierdie ene is, 4 centimeter lang, maar hulle gee nie vir jou daai een nie, moet jy weet, hierdie een is ook 4 centimeter lang. Hoekom? Want hierdie is 'n vleer, en vir 'n vleer gaan daai sy dieselfde lengte as daai sy. Okay. So the first thing you do when you get the questions, the homework questions, is without trying to prove anything yet. You don't prove that they are similar yet. You first look at what is the shape. Is it a parallelogram? Is it a kite? Is it a rhombus? What is this? Okay. Then, from knowing what the shape is, you use the properties of the quadrilaterals to first write down all of the magnitudes of all of the angles and sides that you can. Once you've done that, then you prove the two similar. Okay, so dis baie belangrik dat wanneer jy nou die huiswerkvrae begin doen, voordat jy probeer bewys dat hierdie twee goed gelykvormig is aan mekaar, moet jy eers kyk, wat is die vorm wat ek het? Is dit 'n parallelogram? Is dit 'n rhombus? Is dit 'n ruit? Is dit 'n vleer? Wat is dit? En dan gaan jy op grond van wat dit is, gaan jy sê nou maar, dis 'n ruit, en hulle sê vir jou, hierdie is 4 centimeter lang. Dan gaan jy nou eers sê, maar dit beteken hierdie is almal ook 4 centimeter lang, want ek ken die eienskappe van 'n ruit en ek weet vir 'n ruit is hulle almal ewe groot. Okay? As hulle vir jou hierdie hoek gegee, dan weet jy hoe groot is daai hoek, want teenoorstaande hoeke is ewe groot in 'n ruit. Goed, so jy skryf dan eers alles neer wat jy kan, uit jou kennis van die vierhoeke. En dan as jy neergeskryf het wat jy kan uit jou kennis van vierhoeke, dan bewys jy die twee gelykvormig. Okay, so in other words, step 1, write down all lengths and magnitudes of sides and angles based on your knowledge of quadrilaterals and triangles. Okay? Once you've done that, then you calculate the ratio of all the sides to prove or disprove similarity. So if all of them are not the same ratio, then you've shown that they're not similar. If they all are the same ratio, you've proven that they are similar. So this is important. Jy moet eers al die lengtes en al die groottes van al die sye en hoeke neerskryf, gebaseer op jou kennis van vierhoeke en driehoeke. Jy moet dit eers doen. So weer eens moet jy leer wat is al die eienskappe van driehoeke en vierhoeke, anders kan jy nie die vraag doen nie. Dan as jy klaar is, dan bereken jy die verhouding van al die sye, soos wat ons nou net gedoen het, om of te bewys of die teendeel te bewys van die gelykvormigheid. So of jy bewys hulle is gelykvormig, of jy bewys hulle is nie gelykvormig nie. So sê nou maar, jy het AB tot DC, wat 1 tot 3 is, maar jy het FG tot HX, wat 1 tot 7 is, dan jy moes nou bewys, hulle is nie in dieselfde verhouding nie, so hulle is nie gelykvormig nie. So, you could, by disproving, this is what it would look like. For example, if you have AB that you're comparing to DC and the ratio there is 1 to 3, and then in the same two figures, FG to HX is 1 to 7, so now the ratio is different, then that means that they are not similar.